In this day and age, privacy doesn't really exist anymore. Sure, you got a couple forums you can go to, and I guess you could go and use VPNs. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that VPNs don't keep you private, but realistically, they don't. I can go into that for another video, but look it up if you really are curious about it. Anyways, true privacy doesn't really exist the way that it used to on the internet, and for better or worse, that's up to you to decide. But for this video in particular, I wanted to talk about a topic that I came across recently, and it's about this owner that, in my opinion, is a complete scumbag, a douchebag, if you will, a piece of shit. Asshole. Any not so good term is what I would describe this owner as. And you might be asking yourself, oh, Wasabi, that's kind of rude. Why would you say things about that? Because this absolute loser filed a court case to try and reveal the public identifying information of people who left reviews of his place. Now, if that doesn't scream scumbag, then I don't know what does. Because when you sit there and you ask a review website to now reveal the identifying information of people who left reviews on your own platform because you think that it's not good, and I don't believe that, those are fake. You're a loser. That's really what it is. That's what it boils down to. There's no other way to go about it. So this was the article that caught my attention. It said, a win for bad reviews, luxury homeowner drops bid to unmask Airbnb guests. Now, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is this talking about? So it says right here, the owner of a Hepburn Airbnb property has folded in a high stakes legal battle to compel internet giants Google and TripAdvisor to identify several guests who he claimed left potentially defamatory reviews of his luxury accommodation. So yeah, essentially he wanted to go against Google and TripAdvisor. I'm be honest, I never heard of TripAdvisor, but everybody knows Google. And the crux of his case was to take Google and them to court so that they could reveal identifying information of people who left review of his property and that he believed was to be defamatory and not accurate or good. So this is more information on where it started. So the collapse of the case delivers a major slap down to penman who had previously vowed to unmask those behind the negative reviews and pursue them in court for defamation. Penman said, "This is a fake review as this guest has never stayed with us. Another in a number of recent fake reviews aimed at damaging our brand as much as possible. The federal court claim that has already been filed will unearth the author of this review, even if they are hiding behind a VPN." God, imagine sitting there being that type of owner that replies to someone who leaves a negative review and you're like, don't worry, dog, I'll get you. Don't you worry, I'm gonna get you in court. You think you're gonna leave? You think you're gonna leave a review on my website that's a 1 star? Fucking liar. I'm gonna get you. Now, I'm gonna be real with you here, Penman. If you sit there and you reply back to someone's review and you tell them that you're gonna sit there and get their information in court because they left you a review and you believe that's defamatory, ain't no one gonna want to go to your property. Straight up. You are an absolute buffoon, a fool. If you think that somehow it's gonna put confidence in other people looking at your property and like, oh wow, God, he's clapping back at people who leave 1 star reviews. I gotta use it now. He must be that fucking good. No, because now people know that if they use your property and they have a negative experience, they can now expect to see you reply back to their review and threaten to get their information because of a court file. Nobody wants that. They just want to go to a good property for their vacation and have a good time. They don't want to have to deal with the excess drama and all the extra bullshit. Now, of course, every time I cover stories like these, I always get interested and I want to see the actual website itself and see reviews, see what's popping. So here's Penman's website, clifftopdpburn.com. It's an absolute dog shit URL, but it's nor here nor there. So here it is, Australia's #1 place. You can't see it here, but it says crowned #1 from 55,000 holiday homes, luxurious Hepburn Springs, which is this place right here. Wow, look at this. It looks so amazing. Spend your, oh God, I hate scrolling on websites like these that have like the automatic zoom up and down. I don't like that. Let me just scroll like a normal person. I don't need you to automatically move shit. But it says spoil yourself, luxury extras, reviews, guest feedback. Oh wow, hold up, look at this. Let's fix this. Hold up. I need to see these correctly. We will remember Clifftop for an eternity. The accommodation is superb, an architectural masterpiece, peaceful, opulent, and incredibly comfortable. This is so much more than a fancy room in a fancy hotel. Exquisite. Congratulations to the owners on delivering a world-class experience. What in the fuck? Who's leaving reviews like this? I'm gonna be real. Maybe this is because it's out of my price range and I don't understand finer living. Maybe it's because I don't understand it. But who the fuck leaves reviews like that? Nobody. I've never seen one like that. But again, maybe it's just because I'm broke. Maybe it's because I don't have money. So I just don't understand how to use fine, exquisite words when I enjoy something or I dislike something. And so when you click on reviews, it takes you to a PDF, which is just to my opinion, these are cherry pick reviews. I would say take these with a grain of salt. To be honest, that's a red flag. If someone sit there and they have reviews and they link to a PDF file instead of just actual websites that are public facing and have public reviews, I don't know if I can trust you, dog. Something's sketchy. Why are you using hand-picked reviews? Why? So that you could have your illusion of 5 stars, the greatest #1 place in Australia. Come on, dog, really? Let's see what the public reviews say. So here's his Airbnb on TripAdvisor, the place where he wanted to get all the information revealed. Let's see the reviews that we got here. Let's go by most recent. Just okay. Bit expensive and better options out there locally for the price. Host is difficult and would not bother returning. Nothing special and have been to much nicer places with better facilities, better views, and better service. For value, they put 1 star, service 1 star, and then location 2 stars. Continue on. Abandon all hope, ye who travel here. This proprietor is an absolute madman. We were treated like children and the accommodations were less than 2 stars to begin with. Just miss it and do yourself a favor and book something that is comfortable and not harassed and overcharged. For another one, never ever book. Just don't. Book directly, big mistake. Absolute nightmare of a host to deal with. Didn't even make it through the front door after navigating a shocking website and then submitting a successful payment. I received a booking confirmation that actually wasn't a confirmation at all. Said confirmation came through a third party. That's right, another third party that sits behind a third party. Despite this detailing a booking number and a 0 balance in owing, the merchant failed to submit a successful debit. They continue by saying, we showed up at the office closed. Got a call back from the most rude and combative host I've ever met in my life. He obviously knew something went wrong on his end and proceeded to pathetically try and bully us in diatribe how amazing his legal and banking expertise is. I'm not a lawyer, but I have a law degree. Blaming our bank. Our bank's IT team has confirmed the errors were not the bank's and attacked us with loose allegations of being con artists, failing to adhere to the terms and conditions that conveniently absolve his responsibility in the exact case, and going so far as to say, why did you bother driving all the way here if you didn't receive check-in details? Long story short, his merchant failed him and the blame was on us. Apparently, instead of showing us even a modicum of professionalism, his response was to be way too defensive, way too combative, and transparently too quick to throw the blame on us and our bank. Thankfully, his aggregate booking agent saved the day, getting us a different place, adding $300 to our budget. So you might read some of this and you'll be like, wow, that's some harsh reviews. Because if you look on other websites, they all seem like they're glowing reviews, 5 stars. You know, I couldn't tell you if the place is good or not. I'm not going to lie. I've never been there, so I can't tell you, oh, it's 5 stars and it's the greatest place and these people are out of pocket. And I also can't say that, oh yeah, these people are, you know, they're right. They're 100% facts. You know, there's 100% in the right. I couldn't tell you that. But I will say from what they're saying in those reviews, it lines up with some other cases that the same owner has been involved in the past. So this was an article made 1 year ago about the same guy. Airbnb operator charged again for allegedly menacing guests over bad review. You will burn in hell. Wow, what a title. Oh God. I only read a little bit of it, but this will tell you everything you need to know. It said the owner of a luxury Airbnb property in Hepburn, same guy that we've been talking about, has been charged for a second time with using a carriage device to harass after allegedly telling a guest she would burn in hell for posting that his award-winning guest house was just okay on a travel website. David Penman, 53 years old, was granted a diversion in the Melbourne Magistrates Court last week when he faced the same charge for menacing a prospective guest who left a negative review when his booking was abruptly canceled. It says now the operator at Clifftop at Hepburn faces a fresh charge over allegations that he went on a tirade woman answering machine in May of last year. A Victoria police spokeswoman confirmed Mr. Penman was due to appear before the Moorabbin Magistrates Court next month. In a message said to be left on May 1st, 2021, Mr. Penman can allegedly be heard saying, "You have greatly misjudged me. You obviously didn't do your research about the defamation case on Google. Don't bother removing your review. Don't bother offering to settle. I'll see you in fucking court. You better have a lot of money. This is not over. We're not accepting a payout. We're going to fucking court and you will burn in hell. I know you think I'm joking. Fuck you." Yeah, that's a yikes for me, but there is audio to go along with this, so let me play that for you.
David from Clifftop. You have greatly misjudged me. You obviously didn't do your research about the defamation case on Google. If you think you're going to get away with defaming us like this, you have another serious thing coming. Don't bother removing the review. Don't bother offering to settle. I'll see you in fucking court. You better have a lot of money. This is not over. We're not accepting a payout. We're going to fucking court and you will burn in hell. I know you think I'm joking. Fuck you.
Now, of course, because that court case was over a year ago, it's already been settled and everything is already finished out, and there was the actual final verdict for it. He was fined $2,500 without conviction in Moorabbin Magistrates Court in May of last year after pleading guilty to using a carriage device to harass a former guest who said his award-winning guest house was just okay while leaving a 2-star review out of a possible 5 stars. So for the few people who were still holding out and just thinking, oh, well, no, he possibly couldn't have said that. No, that's probably like AI generated. No, it was real. He pleaded guilty. He admitted that it was him. So yeah, what a fucking asshole. It's complete douchebag. And you know the cherry on top is, the court heard in a case that in one email, Penman wrote, "Tomorrow, 25,000 people in Melbourne are going to know what a scumbag you are." Dog, you're the fucking scumbag. What the fuck? In this entire case, it is so wild to me that more people have not talked about this, because I just looked it up. I was wondering, did anybody else ever talk about this? And there was like a current affairs video that talked about it last year, but for the most part, nobody's ever talked about this guy. Which is wild, because this guy's a complete piece of shit. Because look at this. Penman's company had asked the court for Google and TripAdvisor to release the names, phone numbers, email addresses, and metadata associated with the accounts, along with the Internet Protocol addresses IP, according to legal documents. That's extreme. That's excessive, dog. Just because someone leaves a bad review on your shit, you can sit there and be the most defensive man on this whole godforsaken planet. You might think that you're the best person on this planet. You have the greatest hotel or Airbnb, and that, you know what, you deserve to be number one. That's cool to think that, because you can think that. That's your opinion. There's no facts that you are legitimately the greatest Airbnb in Australia. That's just delusional. People can believe otherwise. And to go as far as to file a court case asking Google and TripAdvisor to release identifying personal information, all because of reviews, that is wild, and you're insecure as fuck. Anyways, I just want to talk about this because that's insane. That should never happen. The whole point of being anonymous on these review websites is so that you don't get harassed by people like him, so that you can actually leave a truthful review and know that you're not going to be penalized for telling the truth on what your actual experience was at that place. If these companies were to remove your ability to be anonymous online when you make these reviews, people wouldn't make them no more, because they wouldn't feel safe. They would probably be targeted or harassed by the owners of those properties, and they would never want to go back to them again, of course. But then there would never be any reviews other than 5 stars, because people would feel threatened and they wouldn't feel comfortable leaving 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star reviews. Anyways, I just want to talk about this because it was insane to see someone go so far, to go this length, just to try and get people's personal information, all because of a couple reviews that he did not agree with and thinks that, oh, these are fake, these are deceptive. No. It's people's opinions. This is what people believe that their experience was. Whether you like it or not is not your choice. That's the whole point of reviews and an open system, is so that people can leave what they think and what their opinions are of your place, so that other people can make more educated decisions. Anyways, you made this far into the video, consider giving a like, subscribing to the channel, leave me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.